Each one of our employees has an important, critical role in making sure that all students get access to a quality education. So I appreciate each effort, each smile, each positive word, each strategy that again contributes to every student having a great year. We have an ambitious strategic plan. It's called Vision 2020. And it challenges us to make sure that every student is engaged and inspired in learning. And everyone is learning at a deep level. That not only do they have the academic dispositions to be successful, they know how to read and do math, but they also have the capacities and dispositions to be successful in life. Vision 2020 gives us a clear guide, and it was collaboratively developed with lots of stakeholder input, and we appreciate that. But now it's our job to make it a reality. So how do we make sure that every student learns at that deep level? How do we make sure that we create an assessment system that actually is authentic and relevant and motivates students to learn? Then the second one is, how do we build capacity in each one of us, and how do we all become learners to do each one of our jobs better? So Vision 2020 really will get us beyond what Vision 2015 did and lead us to a better place for each one of our students. We want students to be excited about learning, and we want to keep that from not only when they start in pre-K, but all the way through graduation. Every decision, we should all ask ourselves the question, how is this going to impact a student's learning? How is this going to move the district forward? Because that really is our mission, to make sure that students are engaged and inspired to learn. And I always say that your power increases as you get closer to a student, because that's a point at which you can make a difference in their lives. You're the person that they're going to remember. You're the person who inspired them or motivated them. So everybody likes the start of a school year. And it's really about greeting students and engaging them, because we need to send the message that it's about learning even on day one, and making sure that students understand that we're glad they're in Jefferson County Public Schools, that we believe in them, and that we're here to support their learning. What is the kind of learning environment you would want for your own child, for my own grandchild? That's what we need to create in Jefferson County Public Schools for every child.
We're just really excited in operations about making learning possible. That's what we say the motto of operations is. It's what we do. So we've really taken a renewed focus on making sure that we're serving schools and serving students the best we can. As part of our strategic plan, the infrastructure of the school district has been noted as a major point of emphasis. And I'm so excited that we're going to be investing in our infrastructure. We're going to come up with a plan to invest in our infrastructure to create 21st century learning spaces as well as highly efficient buildings. We're also going to look at doing things as efficiently as possible while maximizing what happens in the classroom. We don't want to be efficient for efficiency's sake. We want to be efficient so we can be effective in instruction. We want to be efficient so we can put more money in the classroom. We want to be efficient so we can invest more in our infrastructure so we can truly have the best urban school district in America. Another thing that we are doing new this year is JCPS is rolling out its first ever true help desk. There's going to be one number to call if you have a question about JCPS. It's going to be 313-HELP, and when you dial 313-HELP, your problem or question is going to be resolved by the people in the call center, or they will take care of it for you. And the other thing that it's going to give us the opportunity to do is track every call that comes into the district and know what are things that people have questions about, so we can work on being more customer focused and giving better customer service, because we can prepare then for the type of questions that people ask, as well as making sure you get your answer the first time and you're not passed around on the phone. First week of school, we'll also have 485-RIDE, which is our transportation hotline. So the other thing that we're really trying to do is, if you have a question about school, 313-HELP. But any transportation-related question, and I know a lot of our employees even have transportation questions the first days of school with their kids, preparing to leave for work while making sure their kids are going to get on the bus, 485-RIDE or our bus finder that is on the website will help you out.
Well, improving internal communications is one of our key goals for this coming school year. And one thing that people are going to see differently is we're going to be launching a 5 things you need to know that you're going to get every week from the district. So that will be information about board policies, board agenda items, HR items, things that all employees really need to know. And also at the end of every week, we'll be sending a wrap up. And those are the top news stories of the week. So it really helps our employees be in the loop, let them know what's going on in the district, and be able to share some of that good news via Facebook and social media. One thing we need our schools to know is that the Monday memo has been phased out, but we are going to be using all of those great stories that people send us on our social media accounts. So if people are in schools and wondering, how can I get great coverage for my schools? Well, we need you to email those photos, that information to Daniel Kemp and Jennifer Brislin, and they're both in the Global. And also we have information online. So if you go on this link that we have, you can click that and share information with our communications department so we can customize a news release or a media advisory for an event that's going on in your school. And coming later on during the school year, we're going to be having an intranet for employees where they log on and they'll have a hub at their computer. And when they log in, they'll have all the information that they need to know about that day, news and information from JCPS. So that's coming later in the year. And then those employees who don't have access to computers during the workday, we're looking at an app to be able to use for those employees to be able to push them information that they need to know about from the district. You can also take advantage of all of our social media. That's really a great way to stay in touch with the district and to be able to share information with friends, with other family members, or with your school community. And so you can find us on Twitter at JCPSKY. You can find us on Facebook, Jefferson County Public Schools, and you can also find us on Instagram at JCPSKY.
I'm always excited to start a new school year. As an educator and as a father, my kids, fortunately, they love going to school, they like it, but sitting where I sit, it's just very exciting to see kind of a clean slate. All the kids are coming in. I'm encouraging the kids to do their best. I know our teachers will do our best. And this is a pivotal time in public education, and we need everybody to do what they can to make sure our kids move forward collectively. We have a lot of good things coming forward this year. Very excited to announce another cohort of our CARDS program. It's a partnership with U of L where we're working with some teachers to go back to school, get a diversity literacy certificate on scholarship to be more versed on how to address students from different cultures and backgrounds. The teachers that are eligible for this program are in our priority schools, and we understand that we need a lot of our teachers that are very sound and adept to teaching students of different backgrounds to stay in our schools, and this is just another incentive to help them do that. Another thing that we're very excited about is we're going to do the ongoing work with our equity institutes. This year, one of the things I'm very excited about is a lot of corporations throughout the city are sending their employees to our Equity Institute. We have a lot of keynote speakers that are nationally recognized and locally grown that are going to come back and help our teachers and our community understand cultural competence, cultural collisions, microaggressions, and some other things. Moving forward, another thing that I'm very, very excited about is we have finally been able to bring to scale our ACES program, which is our alternative certification program, for minority teachers, understanding that we have a vast need to have more minority teachers in our classrooms. This program allows some of those minority teachers or aspiring minority teachers to come back and become teachers in an accelerated form, all the while certified and meeting all KSBA requirements.
One of the things we're most excited about this year is our youngest learners. JCPS Early Childhood is rolling out a new 5-year, $75 million grant. In our new model, we will have a blended model which blends state-funded pre-K students along with federally funded Head Start students. This will allow us to serve students and families much more effectively and also closer to their homes. In addition, in our professional learning and support services, this year we've rolled out a new district-wide PD calendar for all schools and principals and teachers. We're also busy supporting the exciting work of Deeper Learning and Vision 2020. This summer, we've had 2 cohorts of Ford NGL high schools participating in project-based learning provided by the world-renowned Buck Institute. Also, our curriculum specialists have been super busy this summer working diligently to roll out a new district assessment system with reduced assessments. This will provide more time for schools and teachers to create their own assessments that are aligned to the standards as we've partnered with JCTA. In addition, we're very excited in our optional and magnet program to roll out a new magnet application process that will impact 2017-18. Our advanced program office is busy implementing Project WRAP and the Javits grant, which is impacting numerous elementary schools across the district. And then finally, I'm so excited in our computer education department that they are opening a new makerspace. This will be located at Yeager Education Center, and this location will support students, teachers, and community as they develop, create, and innovate ideas with no boundaries, all of which will support deeper learning.
We are excited in Academic Supports about the creation of the new Social-Emotional Learning Department that will focus on deeper learning initiatives and continue to expand our efforts to become a trauma-informed school district. Through program development, training, coaching, and community partnerships, the department will work to foster positive and supportive learning environments and to engage students in social-emotional learning opportunities to help them learn and thrive. We are also excited about the continuation of our youth mental health first aid training for school staff, parents, and community members. We currently have over 350 individuals trained, and this training introduces common mental health challenges for youth and teaches a 5-step action plan to help our young people in both crisis and non-crisis situations. We are continuing to support students through Louisville Linked as well, where our community partners and our Family Resource Youth Service Centers work together to provide a range of social services for students and their families. And the goal is to link arms around students and families to help students get what they need outside of the classroom so that they can be successful within the classroom. When you have identified a student or family in need, you can access Louisville Link from the JCPS homepage by entering Louisville Link in the search bar. You will then click on the administrative portal and complete the Louisville Link CARES form, which is the red form. And this will be sent to our Louisville Link partners, and the needs will be monitored until there is a resolution. Working together, we know we can meet the needs of each student and better connect families to the services they need in a timely manner.
We know from the Bellarmine Literacy Project, they've had tremendous success initially. And what we're trying to do, and what Dr. Magpuri-LaBelle and Dr. Branham have done, is design True North for teaching kids literacy. This is really exciting. And so what we're doing is designing the program in a way that has different components to it. In the past, the central office has designed programs and then forced that down through the pipeline to the schools to implement. The central office will continue to design really fabulous programs, but then schools and their SBDMs can determine if that's a program that's going to work for them. So the Bellarmine Literacy Program was an example of that, where we established criteria that for success, there are measurements along the way to know that we're making progress, and teachers get to sign up for it and say they want to do it, and administrators get to sign up, and the SBDM signs up and says they want to do it. And so when people sign up and say, I'm really committed to this, then the district is going to come in and fund it fully. So people get to choose whether they want a program from the central office. Another example would be for Next Generation Learning Program. We're designing, a whole bunch of people collaboratively working to design what that looks like. And then schools can decide whether they want to implement the academy model, and their SBDMs will sign up for it, and the staffs will sign up and say, I really want to do this because it's proven that this model works. So you look at Bellarmine Literacy Project, that's going to be great. For Next Generation Learning version 2, that's going to be great. Restorative practice that we'll do in the first part of the year for 17 schools, that has a whole program, and schools will apply for these programs, demonstrating a commitment to the concept and the program that we put in place. And then what we'll do is, in agreement with that, is we'll make sure it's funded properly. As you see me doing this, it's about continuous improvement. It's a loop. Plan, do, check, act. I do something, see how it works. It's not working, I tweak it a little bit. Human resources has been completely redesigned. We're really excited about that. And I'll give you an example of things that are coming. An example would be that at the end of the year, when the new phone system is in place, one of the things that we're going to roll out is a survey technique. So you'll call into the Human Resources Department, and you'll be offered the opportunity to participate in a phone survey after your experience with the folks in HR.
In accounting, one of the things that we're interested in is to make sure if there's any inappropriate expenditures happening, we need to know about it, and we want to be able to investigate that. So we have the fraud hotline that is an 800 number that can be called, and it's completely anonymous. No one knows who you are if you're reporting and you suspect some fraud. Or you can actually go to the link that is on the internal audit website and fill that form out. In addition, that same hotline is for bullying. So if you feel someone is being bullied, then that is a way to report that information also. Students or employees can report there.
A couple of things that we're really excited about for the 16-17 school year are some initiatives that are in the strategic plan. So there's a strategy around deeper learning, and we've had a planning group working on that in the spring semester of last year, and really grappling with what does that mean, what would it look like, how would we implement that in Jefferson County. And so the board in June passed a deeper learning framework and some capacities and dispositions. So we've got thinking, caring, and communicating, and that's our deeper learning framework. And in July, we were able to bring in a group of teachers, school leaders, central office people to really experience our first convening around that new framework. And we had over 70 people really interested in seeing what does that mean for my students? What would that look like in the classroom? What does that mean for the types of projects that we will be working on? And so there's going to be opportunities throughout the 2016 school year, 17 school year, to engage in this work around deeper learning. We have the Buck Institute going on. We have a lot of great teacher leaders already doing this in their classrooms now. And so we want to build on that momentum and create a platform where we can share these really great ideas throughout the district. In addition to the deeper learning, one of the other pieces that data management has been working on is reducing, refining, and revising assessments. That's another strategy in the strategic plan. And so for the 2016-17 school year, we developed a new assessment landscape that reduces the number of district proficiency assessments. We took out the fourth cycle of proficiency assessments, and we also made some assessments, district assessments, optional so that schools could substitute their own teacher or school-based assessments instead of the district assessments. And what we're hoping that does is it gives teachers and schools an opportunity to develop their own assessments, kind of create more project-based opportunities for students so that there's a little bit more student and teacher voice in those types of experiences for them.
I'm hoping everyone has a great back-to-school year, and we do all that we can to make sure all students achieve.
Have a great 2016-17 school year.
We welcome everyone to the new school year and hope everyone has a great 16-17.
Have a great 2016-2017 school year. Thank you to each and every one of you for making learning possible.
I want to wish everyone a wonderful 2016-2017 school year. Thank you for everything you do for students.
And I just want to wish everyone, our schools, our teachers, our principals, a fabulous 2016-17 school year.
Have a great 2016-17 and get it so these kids, all of them, succeed.
On behalf of all of us in the Communications Department, have a great 2016 and 2017 school year. We look forward to working with you.
I wish you a great 16-17 school year.